Hi guys, hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You guys, I've been doing this motherhood journey for a year now and I am so grateful, and that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about in this video today. So let's revisit 1 year later, my motherhood journey. Okay, so hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your very first time here, you are so much welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. You guys, for those of you that know me, I transitioned from my journey as an international student after I went to Canada in 2015, and then lived in Canada, after school, worked, and then went into motherhood. Now I am a mom to a 1-year-old. My baby turned 1 year old just this month, okay? And you guys, it's been exciting, it's been interesting, it's been a whole lot of things. Like, it's not just one thing, but it's wholesome. I don't know how to explain it, but if you are also on this journey, you definitely understand what I mean. Once you get to that 1 year mark, you're like, wow, I made it. Wow. That's all I can say, especially in this side of the world where you don't really have help like back home. For those who have, kudos to you, but for those who don't have, you can relate with me. When you get to this 1 year, you're like, yeah, at least I did it, I made it, you know what I mean? So in this video, let's just talk about my the motherhood journey. Okay, 1 year later, the things that that were like striking to me, that I was shocked about, and some things that I want to just debunk some things that people used to say, but you can never understand that until you start wearing the shoes. Okay, so I'm going to be looking down in my notes, and bear with me. I hope that's not going to disturb you. So I wrote down some things that I want to talk about. I'll just talk about like 5 things or so. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I said 5. I have like 7 things. Anyways, let's just talk about 5, and then I'll add a bonus if I want to. Okay, so the first thing that was a shocker for me was just forget about your sleep. Kiss your good night sleep goodbye. Like, bye bye. I haven't had a full night's sleep for 1 whole year. Do you understand what I mean? I haven't slept completely, totally for a whole year. Especially as a breastfeeding mom. For those who are formula fed their kids, they might get away with it because you can have somebody that can feed the baby. Your husband can, prep your partner, anybody that is with you can feed the baby with the bottle. But if you are breastfeeding, welcome to the club, because you are going to kiss sleep goodbye. There's no sleep for you again. So before you want to have kids, remember, make sure that you're sleepy. In fact, make sure that you sleep well. Sleep well now before a child wants to come. Or if you're a new couple, all these couples, as newlyweds, and you're thinking like, oh, should we have a child? And enjoy the moment first. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. I'm not saying if it comes as bad, it's not bad, but if you cherish your sleep in the night, oh my goodness, I'm going to tell you again 1,000,000 times, sleep now, because when your baby comes, there's no sleep for you. Oh, let's talk about the fact that a lot of times you hear people say sleep when the baby sleeps. That thing does not work. I will tell you for a fact, it doesn't work. Sleep when the baby sleeps? No, I don't know. They say it. Come on, try it and see. It doesn't really work. I don't know if that's worked for some people. If that's worked for you, let me know in the comment section, so that other people can learn from you, because I tried it. It did not work. For some reason, that moment that you want to sleep, the moment the baby is sleeping, at that time you're thinking, oh, I have to wash the bottles, or I have to wash his clothes, or her clothes, or I have to do 1 or 2 things. So in that moment, you're trying to squeeze out time to do something that you haven't finished, or something that you left unfinished. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah, there's no sleep for you anymore. Second thing is, everything revolves around your child at this moment, especially in a marriage. Like, you guys are so focused on the child, to the point that you tend to forget about yourself. Like, now, if I cannot go to the grocery store and just walk out with just what I went to buy without looking at the baby section. I'll always be like, you know what, let me go and check what they have in the baby section. Maybe there's something for Kamsi there. For some, if you're watching the video for the first time and you don't know, my child's name is Kamsi, and so I'll go into the grocery store and then I'm like, you know what, I need to buy him this toy, I need to buy him these socks. Oh, and he needs that. And sometimes he doesn't even need it, but you just feel like in your mind you think like, oh, baby needs it, baby, he needs that, he probably needs it. But he might even have a lot of them at home and you haven't just gone through it because you're stressed and everything. So you're just like, everything is just the baby. Your husband is like the baby. Everybody. With men, I feel like it's a bit different because they tend to still want their time with you. But as a mom, you're trying to, because you're breastfeeding, your focus is like on the child, and you tend to even forget to even talk about the marriage or the both of you as a couple. It's just the baby. Oh my god, yes, that's a whole lot. Even when you want to make some decisions, you have to always think about your child first. Oh, how is Kamsi going to feed? Oh, how are we going to do with him? Oh, how are we going to, before you cannot just, like, do you understand what I mean? Like, everything is, you have to think about that child. Even before the third thing is, you cannot just get up and leave. Leave and go somewhere. It's hard. I mean, bear with me. Like, even if you have help, sometimes there's this thing that comes with motherhood. You want to leave, but you're just always thinking, oh, my child. You want to go out, but you're just like, oh, how are you sure he's going to be okay? Even if you leave him with somebody, are they going to take care of him properly as you? Are they going to give him pay proper attention to him as you would do? So there's just that thing about it, and there's mom guilt. Trust me, the mom guilt. I used to hear about mom guilt, and I was just like, I couldn't relate. But now, even before I want to do anything, I'll tell myself, okay, you know what, I think I need a break. I think I need to someone needs to just take the child from me. But there's still that thing that leaves you, unsatisfied. You're just like, I don't think it's going to be okay. I don't know if it's going to be, maybe he probably needs me. He will cry. He will not be comfortable. He might always, he will need you. He wants to need you every time. But forgetting that sometimes we as moms, especially new moms, new moms, this is the thing with new mothers, because I feel like when you have a second child or you have more kids, in fact you will leave your child and go and come back and they'll be alright, because at the end of the day you say there's nothing wrong with the child crying. It's okay for them to cry. Yes, do you understand what I'm saying? It's okay, totally. But as a new mom, you're still like attached. There's still this sentimental attachment to your child that you cannot just let go of. You're always thinking of, oh, my child, is it going to be okay? Is it going to be that? Is it going to be, you need me? No, trust me, the baby is fine. Even if you leave the child with someone, the child will be okay. In fact, they will do better than you. Say you're the one to be worried. The child will be fine, no, but you will just be worried about it. It's just what it is. Yeah, we can't explain it. But yeah, you cannot just go and get up and leave when you're single. When you're single, you want to go to the store, you have gone. You want to go for a birthday party, you have gone. But once you have a kid, it's like, oh, okay, where do we keep the child? Who is going to watch him? Or who is going to? You cannot just get up and leave. And sometimes you just have to sit your ass down. Excuse my language. You just have to sit at home and just watch your child. Sit your ass down and just be at home with them. Do you understand? Because who is going to take care of you? Except you want to go and pay nanny for 3 hours. How many hours are you going to be gone for? 5 hours? Then you pay nanny for 5 hours. And trust me, they're expensive. Babysitter, expensive in this abroad. Back home, you guys have the luxury of having 3 nannies. Some people even have 2 nannies, 4. Good for you. In the abroad, it's not like that. Ce n'est pas comme ça, as the Frenchman will say. C'est pas comme ça, ma chérie. No. So that's it. You cannot just get up and leave. So enjoy your single life now. Get up, go to all the places that you want to go. When you're pregnant, I think when you're pregnant, that's even the last phase. That's even when you should be. In fact, be happy when you're pregnant, because at least you can still get up and go when you're pregnant. But once that baby arrives, my sister, adieu. There's nothing like that. The next thing, the 4th point, is that you will always hear phantom cries in the bathroom. Anytime I go to shower and the baby is sleeping, for some reason I feel like I'm hearing the child is crying. I will turn off the shower like 5 times, because I'm like, is he crying? What is going on? Like, is he okay? So there's just that thing about it that, I don't know why that happens. It's like phantom cries. I don't know why I always feel like I'm hearing the child cry when I'm showering. If you know explain in the comment section for us. Let us understand. Yes, so 1 2 3 4 5. So the 6 points is, it's hard to be on your phone 247. Like, it's hard for mothers. I feel like fathers, sometimes you see they sit on the phone, they sit on their phones. You see videos on social media like that where dads are like on their phone, because sometimes they feel like the baby is still too small, they cannot really interact with the child when they're very tiny, but as they're growing, then they get the whole gist. But as for moms, you can, it's just hard to be on your phone 247, because when you're breastfeeding, you know, you're breastfeeding, especially when you're still learning the technique of breastfeeding and all that, and all the styles. You're breastfeeding, you know, you're having your child, you're dealing with, you know, you're thinking of your own self. Oh, what are you going to, you have to cook, you have to you know, just be with the child, you have to just be with him. You're changing the diaper, you're doing the laundry, you're doing you're folding his clothes, you're organizing, you're doing this just to make life easy for you. Do you understand what I mean? And the laundry, you do it, maybe laundry is like, in fact, almost every day, because the clothes get dirty quickly, you know, as every time they're pooping, they're peeing, all of those things. So it's just hard to be on your phone 247. So you that like phone, oh yeah, you have to drop your phone a bit, because you have to focus on your child. You cannot just be there. The next point is, you know, postpartum depression is so real. Let nobody fool you. It is real. A lot of times, you know, as young girls, you hear all these things online and you're like, well, I don't think that's what, I think you guys are making these things, but making it look too big. But it's real. There are times where you will break down and you wouldn't even understand what's going on with you. Do you understand? It is so real. So don't judge people who say they went through that. Don't judge, because you don't know until you have a taste of it. But it's real. It happens where you're just like depressed about your situation. Not like you're angry that you have a baby or something, but there's just something about it. I don't know how to explain it to you, but I just want to let you know that postpartum depression, it's real. Yes. Next thing, I think the 8th thing, I have so many things to share about this thing. How we used to judge people back home. We used to judge a lot of moms online. Either when they want to feed their child, their kids, they just put the food on their high chair. The food is just lingering on the high chair, you know, on that plate for the high chair. You know, we judge them by that. Or you're seeing a mom somewhere, she's probably, you know, just in her feelings about things like that, and you're judging like, how can a mother be doing this to her? How can a mother be? I don't mean like those very bad cases of beating. No, I don't mean like violence or anything. I just mean like situations where you're feeding a child a certain way, or you're giving your child what you want to give your child. Why are you giving your child this meal? Why are you giving your child yogurt? Why are you giving your child? Don't give your child this. Don't give your apart from the ones that the doctors have restricted the child from. But human beings need to chill. Why are you giving your child formula? Why are you giving your child? You will hear a lot of that, a lot of advice. You know, advice is sweet when they're dishing, when you're the one dishing it. It sounds so nice, You just be like, oh, don't do this, oh, don't do that. My sister, if you're a new mother, do what works for you. It might work for A, it might not work for you. Do you understand? You will hear a lot of advice coming from A. Auntie B will talk their own, will say their own, C will say his own. Everybody, you will hear all kind of voices. But you have to be able to separate some things. Choose what you want. What do you want for your child? That's how it works. Because if you want to listen to everybody, you will be confused and you will never know what they are doing. You'll be like, what am I even doing? What is going on here? Yes, that's how it is. You're going to be asking yourself all those kind of questions there. So many voices, but learn to filter the noise. Okay, so that's let people not tell you what to do. It's your child, it's your decision. Anything that happens to that child will question you. I'm talking, you know, for my experiences in Canada. This is Canada life, Canada experience. Back home, I know that there's a lot of traditions that we used to do back home and everything. I know a lot. There's so many things that our parents back home did for us, and now things have changed and they're a little bit different. So you might want to, you know, clarify before you do anything, you know, because if anything happens to your baby, and they go and ask you in the hospital, auntie, so what did you do? How did you respond in that situation? The moment you just say the wrong thing after they gave you all the instructions you should follow, you know, once you leave the hospital, they'll tell you all those things, and then you now come home and do your own. Be ready to answer questions if anything goes wrong. We're praying that nothing is going to go wrong. Our children are going to grow that they're supposed to grow. They will meet their milestones in Jesus' name. They will have hearing ears and seeing eyes. You know, everything is going to go smoothly. They will discern. They'll be able to recognize the voice of God in that situation, even when you cannot be there. Because trust me, we do the best we can to watch all our kids, but God is the ultimate. He watches more than us. And we're sleeping. You know how he fights our battles, right? So he's one of the anointing that child when you're sleeping. So you do your own part too, and leave the rest for God. So that's the thing. So if anything goes wrong and you go to the hospital and they ask, so what happened? And they told you, oh, don't do this at home. Don't do this at home. You now go and say, oh, this is what we did at home. You will answer for it. As the mother. Yes, you answer for it. Anyways, moving on. I think the next thing, I think the last one I want to talk about is nursing is hard. I never knew for once that breastfeeding could be this hard. I thought it was just about, you hold the child and then you just feed the child. Do you understand? That's what I thought. But guess there's a lot that goes into it. There's a technique. You have to master the technique so that it doesn't hurt while you're breastfeeding the child, because the child, once the baby is born, they have to learn how to latch. Fortunately, some babies come out from the womb and they just grasp it and they know how to latch onto the nipple. But there are some that they have to learn, and you have to teach them as a mother. My experience, I was struggling to. In fact, it was hard for me to understand this whole breastfeeding thing. I'm like, how does it work? Like how I'm holding the child and I'm feeling like this child is sucking the breast, but why does it hurt me? Why is it painful? And it's not supposed to hurt. It's not supposed to even hurt you at all. You're not supposed to feel any pain when you're breastfeeding. You're supposed to be as comfortable enough. You have to get like a rocking chair. Make sure your feet are like comfortable for you, and then you balance well on your chair or your couch or whatever it is, and then you feed your child comfortably. But guess what? Mine, I had a hard time from the start. But once I grasped the technique, I was like, bang bang, I became a pro. Like up to 1 year I was just going. I'm just like, I can keep going, but how long do I want to breastfeeding? Until drop it. Oh baby, it's okay, you've had enough. Yeah, eat solid food. Like, eat solid food, stop depending on breasts. Excuse us. So yeah, but once you get how to breastfeed, once you get the whole technique, trust me, you're good to go. It's now, you enjoy it, you just like the whole attachment to your child, and it's sweet. It's a kind of feeling, you just feel closeness and just feel like there's this bond between the two of you that is inseparable. So cute. I don't know, I'm talking about it and I'm just thinking, because Kamsi is a bit older now, and I'm just reminiscing like when he was still like small, like much younger, and it's like, God, those days and I'm like, oh my baby. Sometimes now I'm just like, sit down, don't play, go and do this, calm down, go here, don't climb, go down. So now I'm just all over the place, because as they're growing, right? So do not remain little forever. So that's why you have to think about it, enjoy the process, enjoy the moment, soak it all in, and you have a smooth journey. Honestly, there'll be rough times, there'll be times where you just be like, how did I get here? How? I need to be saved, but you gotta keep going, keep pushing. Yeah, nothing. Once you see the child there, once you even look at the child, it's just encouraging. You're just like, I have to go all out for you, because nothing's gonna stop me. I'm all the way up. Yeah, so yeah. Anyways, that's it, you guys. That's my 2 cents I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed these few points of mine. I hope that you've grasped a thing or two. Let's say, yeah. Okay, on this journey that I shared with you. But it was lovely. It was a whole different vibe. It was just a different phase of life that I'm happy, and I embraced it with full force. I can't wait to see what the future holds. I want to see how it unfolds. I want to see, just want to be better at it. Just be a better mom every day. Just be, there's no perfect anything. You just do your own that you can do, right? So just striving to be better for your kids. And yeah, with God, everything is possible. Yeah. Anywho, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please make sure you do, and turn on your notification bell if you haven't done so yet. And until then, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.